I had hopes! What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I have not really liked that title ever since they announced it. I like the fact that Carnage is in the name, but Let There Be Carnage, I don't know. Just didn't ring. I thought Venom 2 Carnage would have just kind of simplified it. I thought it was just a little bit too much, a little too wordy, but that's just me. It's not like I already was going into this going, oh, I'm gonna hate this movie. Venom Let There Be Carnage, of course, stars Mr. Tom Hardy. We got Woody Harrelson back as well. We got Michelle Williams for some reason in this movie, and of course it's directed by Andy Serkis, and it sees, hey, we're catching up with Eddie and Venom. What are they up to? I guess this is about like a year later. If you're looking at the timeline, it seems like it's like a year after the first movie, so we're kind of just catching up on what is happening with Eddie and Venom. They're still trying to get used to each other, which, of course, is the heart of the franchise. And, of course, we got Cletus, that was teased at the end of the last movie, who ends up, well, getting a symbiote in him. And then he becomes Carnage, and we all know what's going on with this. So what did I think of Venom Let There Be Carnage? I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, but my God, this movie frustrated me. Talk about the good things first. Obviously, Tom Hardy. Fantastic. It's great. I love him in this role. I love the whole back and forth with Venom and him. It works. Like the first movie, obviously it was like, what the fuck is going on? And it was the whole thing of him just like trying to like maneuver with this thing inside him. Now he's trying to live with this thing inside him, and there's good things and there's bad things when it comes to it, and they display that very well. Obviously there's more bad than there is good, so you actually see that back and forth, that love affair, as Andy Serkis puts it. A lot of great action, especially the final battle between Carnage and Venom. Thought it was absolutely fantastic. It was awesome, and I was like, oh, there's a shot and a scream that you see in the final battle that was like, holy shit, that was just kind of blew you away, and it almost makes you like go back like that. It was pretty damn awesome. All that stuff, that's what was great about it. Now for the bad. Like I said, this movie was chopped to shit. It was chopped to shit. It's noticeable. I mean, it's just, yes, I get the fact that it's like, okay, this is a Venom movie. We just want a high octane, boom, 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 boom. Let's get to that final battle. And, you know, let's not take it too seriously. It's not getting too in depth. But at the same time, I felt like there was something there that they were trying to get deep in when it came to Cletus, when it came to the relationship with Venom and Eddie. But then I was thinking, well, also Eddie and Cletus. They just gloss over that part though, and it's just like, oh, he's a piece of shit, and then he got Shriek, and then that's pretty much what you're dealing with there. And there was cool things they did with them, but at the same time, they were really trying to establish something. The opening scene, I did not like the opening scene at all. Like maybe I'll wait for my spoiler review to talk about that opening scene. Michelle Williams had no reason to be in this movie, okay? You already have all these other moving parts and Eddie dealing with Venom and then dealing with Cletus, okay? So why do we need Michelle Williams? It's his ex. She's gone. She's out of the picture. But of course, they needed her back because they needed something, and they needed the damsel in distress. Ridiculous. And it felt like Michelle Williams just phoned it in, collected her paycheck, and see ya, which good on her. Totally good on her. Fantastic. If you do that. But she was not needed in this movie at all. They could have just taken that part out, did a little bit more with Cletus and Eddie, I think, and that just would have been better. Eddie and Venom are the heart of the movie, 100%. It's hilarious. Does it always work? No, it doesn't. But it just seemed like it would have been cool if they would have focused on what was happening, because Eddie obviously was visiting Cletus for stories and tell a story, and then there's something that happens. I'll talk about this more in my spoiler review, but there's something that happens after visiting him, which was actually really cool. And that was another aspect I went, oh, okay, let's start seeing more of that. That'd be really cool if they could see more of that to lift Eddie up to, I don't know, try to get Eddie where he should be. Also, the score was lame. The score was lame. I'm trying to remember what even the score sounded like. Do we actually know what a Venom theme sounds like? I don't even know. I mean, you got like people doing the music like Eminem and stuff. Yeah, sure, that's cool. But this score was just lame. And man, I was just really disappointed because I was hoping that Andy Serkis was really going to blow us away. And yeah, I think a little bit, it does suffer a little bit not having that R rating. I was like, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, you're suggesting this, but I kind of want to see like graphic violence. But it's okay. That's fine. I get it. But at the same time, like I said, it was just way too it felt like it got chopped up to bits. I'm wondering if we're gonna find out that there was like a 2-hour and fucking 19-minute cut of this movie later on, and I don't know, release a circus cut. Yeah, that actually sounds funny. That would actually be a pretty marketable hashtag. Release the circus cut. I mean, you can even spell it like his way and the way it's circus, because this movie essentially is like a circus. And yeah, you can go in there and accept that. I would suggest just still watching it. I didn't hate it. Don't get me wrong. I have frustrations with it. That's what it is. I will definitely be watching it again, you know, maybe a little more intoxicated or pop like some, you know, a gummy. But still go watch. If you enjoyed the first one, you'll most likely enjoy this one. I don't know. Maybe not. I've seen like there's been a discourse on the timeline today, that's for sure. But there you go, guys. That's my review. So I'm going to go ahead and do a spoiler review. Look for that maybe tomorrow sometime. Yeah, sometime tomorrow I'll post my spoiler review where I can actually talk about more of my grievances that also have to do with spoilers. So there you go, guys. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What'd you think of the movie? Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, thumbs up. Become a member. Hit the join button. Got the Patreon down there too. And of course, we got the Film Junkie Closet with a bunch of merchandise in there, some new shirts. So go ahead, check that out. All right, guys. Talk to you later.